Over the last few years, something pretty wild has been happening in Canada. While we've all been adjusting to life post-pandemic, certain cities have absolutely taken off. In this video, I want to walk you through the 5 fastest growing cities in Canada from 2021 to today. So without further ado, let's dive right in. Let's kick things off with Calgary, which has officially taken the top spot as Canada's fastest growing major city. Just between July 2023 and July 2024, Calgary's metro area grew by 5.8%. That's about 100,000 new people in 1 year. For context, that's the fastest one-year growth rate for any Canadian metro area since at least 2001. Zoom out a bit, and between 2022 and 2024, nearly 192,000 people moved to Calgary. So what's behind the boom? A huge part of it is migration. People from other provinces, especially places like Toronto and Vancouver, are moving to Calgary for the job opportunities and a more affordable lifestyle. Alberta even launched a Cheeky Alberta's calling campaign in 2022, basically saying, "Hey Ontario and BC, we've got cheaper homes and shorter commutes." And honestly, it seems to be working. But it's not just Canadians making the move. International newcomers are also choosing Calgary for its mix of city life and open space. Calgary is also investing heavily in infrastructure to keep up with the growth. Downtown is being revitalized, old office buildings are being turned into apartments, and the Green Line LRT, a major new transit project, is underway. There's a new arena and entertainment district coming to replace the Saddle Dome. While Calgary used to be one of Canada's more affordable cities, home prices have been rising steadily. By spring 2025, the average home price was around 646,000 Canadian dollars, up over 6% from the year before. Even with higher interest rates, demand is still high. And compared to Toronto or Vancouver, Calgary still feels like a bargain, which is a big draw for many. Next up, we've got the Waterloo region, which include the cities of Kitchener, Waterloo, and Cambridge. Between 2021 and 2024, this region has seen massive growth. We're talking about a 10 to 12% population jump. So what's fueling this kind of growth? Waterloo region has become a major tech and innovation hub. It's home to hundreds of startups and tech firms, plus big names like Google, Shopify, OpenText, and what's left of BlackBerry, which actually helped kickstart the whole tech culture here. It was recently ranked the #1 small tech talent market in all of North America. Another key piece, education. The University of Waterloo brings in thousands of students every year, and a good chunk of them stick around after graduation to work or launch startups. Conestoga College has also seen a surge in international enrollment, which is adding to the cultural diversity and population growth. Plus, the region's within commuting distance of Toronto, only about an hour by car or GO train. Now, with more transit options connecting the region to Toronto, the two economies are becoming more and more intertwined. Real estate has had its ups and downs. During 2020 to 2021 peak, prices in Kitchener-Waterloo jumped over 30% in a single year. Things cooled off in 2022-2023. Thanks to higher interest rates. But by late 2024, the market was picking up again. The average home price is around $770,000. Not cheap, but still more accessible than Toronto. Next, let's talk about Edmonton, Alberta's capital and Calgary's often overlooked sibling. While Calgary's been getting all the attention, Edmonton has been growing fast too, just a bit more under the radar. From 2021 to 2024, the Edmonton metro area grew by about 8 to 10%, hitting 1.5 million people by 2024. So what's fueling the growth? A few big things. Just like Calgary, Edmonton is seeing a wave of newcomers, both international immigrants and Canadians moving from other provinces. Another growth driver you might not expect are international students and temporary residents. Vocational schools and colleges saw big enrollment increases, and the city continues to welcome newcomers through immigration and refugee programs. Now let's talk about cityscape. Edmonton's been working hard to keep up with the growth. Downtown has had had a lot of renovations in the recent years, especially with the development of the ICE district. There are new hotels, restaurants, condos, and more residential towers on the way. Real estate-wise, Edmonton is still one of Canada's most affordable major cities. Average home prices sit around $400,000 to $450,000. Suffice to say, Edmonton is growing fast, and while it may not get as much attention as Calgary, it's definitely carving out its place as one of Canada's fastest growing cities. Number 4, Saskatoon. Between 2021 and 2024, the city's population grew by 10%, now closing in on 350,000 people. City officials have even said that this is the biggest population surge since right after World War II. So, what's behind Saskatoon's sudden boom? A huge factor is immigration. Saskatchewan has gone big on international recruitment through Nominee programs and global outreach. People from countries like India, the Philippines, Nigeria, and Ukraine are arriving in large numbers. Then there's interprovincial migration, which used to be a weak spot for Saskatoon. Unemployment has stayed low around 4 to 5% in 2023. And some employers are even struggling to find enough skilled workers, especially in construction and trades. On the housing side, prices have gone up, but they're still relatively affordable. The average home price sits between $380,000 to $400,000, up from a few years ago, but still accessible compared to most other cities. Last but not least is Oshawa, Ontario. Between 2021 and 2024, Oshawa's metro area, which includes Whitby and Clarington, grew by about 12 to 14%, hitting around 470,000 people. The city of Oshawa itself now has over 200,000 residents, up nearly 10% in only 2 years. A decade ago, that kind of growth would have sounded unlikely. So what happened? It comes down to 2 big shifts. Number 1, the Toronto housing crunch pushed people east. When home prices in the GTA started going through the roof, families, young professionals, and newcomers began looking further out. Number 2, the local economy evolved. Oshawa has worked hard to diversify beyond just cars. It took a hit when the GM assembly plant closed in 2019. That was a huge deal. But in a surprise turnaround, GM reopened the plant in 2021 to build pickup trucks and rehired many workers. That gave the city a major boost. Now, Oshawa's economy leans on healthcare and education. It's home to Lakeridge Health, Durham College, and Ontario Tech University. There's also a budding tech and research presence tied to the university. The GO train line is also being extended further east into Clarington, with 2 new stations expected by 2026. Major infrastructure projects like the 401 extension and the GO train expansion are opening up more land for development and making the area even more attractive for both families and investors. The housing market here mirrors what you see in other Toronto-adjacent cities. Prices soared through early 2022, topping $1 million for a typical home at one point, corrected a bit with higher interest rates, and by 2024 are picking up again. So what does all of this tell us? One thing's for sure, Canada's urban landscape is evolving quickly. Whether it's people chasing opportunity, more space, or simply a fresh start, cities across the country are adapting in real time. It's an ongoing story, and it will be interesting to see how these changes shape the country in the years ahead. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.